Jeff Meller back here with you on the Advantage Dealer Group White Sox pregame show as we check in down on the farm. And I think obviously White Sox fans are very interested as to how Kyle Teel and Noah Schultz did in their return. And, well, we've got a highlight to play for you.
And he swings away, skies one of the air out to left field. Lantiga was shading his eyes, going back in for the track at the wall, looking up. That's gone! Teel goes the opposite way into the screen and left, and it's 2-0 Charlotte.
Indeed, it was gone. Kyle Teel homered on the first pitch in his first at-bat during his injury rehab assignment. We obviously heard Will mention that with Len Casper during the manager's show. Teel finished 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies and 2 runs scored in last night's game, in which Noah Schultz started for the Knights. While rehabbing from his right knee patellar tendonitis, Schultz allowed 2 runs on 1 hit with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts over an inning and 2/3. And how about this? Nolan Jones, who the White Sox just acquired in a trade with the Guardians, hit his first home run as a member of the White Sox organization. All 3 of his hits so far in the first 4 games have gone for extra bases. Wickelman Gonzalez started for the Arizona Complex League White Sox last night, allowing 2 runs on 1 hit with 1 walk, over an inning in the first game of his injury rehab assignment as well. We always give you our Marquette Bank player to bank on before every game, and tonight we roll with Randal Grichuk, who is in the lineup against a lefty who he has fared very well against so far this season. Grichuk in his career has 18 home runs and a .521 slugging percentage in 69 nice career games against the Yankees, his former team. His 18 homers are tied for fourth among active players. Who Are You Banking On is brought to you by Chicagoland's neighborhood bank, Marquette Bank, here for all your home financing needs. Love where you bank. Around the major leagues, we have a update from the Tigers as they have announced right-handed pitcher Justin Verlander is expected to start against the White Sox on Sunday as he returns from injury. Of course, Verlander only made 1 start earlier this season. Before we say farewell on this pregame show, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Quickly on this date, too, by the way, June 17th, 1916, the White Sox stymied the baby Bambino, Babe Ruth, as they put 5 earned runs on the pitcher. Of course, back then, though, he was a Red Sox. That's going to close out this edition on the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show. I'm Jeff Meller, and in just 2 minutes, Len Casper and Darren Jackson join us live from the Bell Tire broadcast booth to bring you every pitch of White Sox and Yankees right here on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
There's a difference between driving and arriving. At Advantage Acura of Naperville, performance meets precision in every vehicle. Refined luxury, responsive handling, cutting-edge safety features, you'll find it all at Advantage Acura. Their team is committed to delivering a seamless, transparent experience from start to finish. At Advantage Acura, it's not just about putting you in a vehicle, it's about earning your trust. Discover the full lineup of Acura models at Advantage Acura of Naperville, or begin your search online at AdvantageAcura.com. Precision-crafted performance.
If you're the unwitting victim in a calamitous mishap, anticipate compensatory damages, subrogation relief, or tort claims under...
Guys, what are they even saying?
Coast-Ivoni ads don't sound like that.
Lawyers like that are exactly why people call us. No legal mumbo-jumbo, just real talk.
We're from Chicago. We talk like you, we fight for you, and we have real conversations so we can help you.
They get where you come from, they get what you need, and they get you. Coast-Ivoni, your local accident lawyers, because they are Chicago. 708-4million.
Compassion is more than just care. It's commitment. At UI Health, your story guides us, shapes us, and inspires us. And we're with you every step of the way. Whether it's your stroke emergency, your cancer journey, or your transplant victory. At UI Health, our care heals, our care saves.
Bichette has hit his 2nd home run of this game, and this one comes with the bases loaded. Swing and a high fly to right. Burleson's homered in 4 straight. How far's that one going? Halfway up the upper deck.
Fairly deep, going back to the wall goes Simpson, jumps up, and Simpson's got the ball. He took one away. But maybe it's about time Joe Adell had a home run taken away from him.
His second home run of the inning and his league-leading 24th of the season.
He has 6 RBIs in the first inning. The big man putting on a show in KC.
He's done it! A complete game shutout for Jacob Mizorowski, and he strikes out 15.
What a performance.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
First place in the American League Central, a percentage point ahead of second place Cleveland. The Yankees continuing to lead the AL East. They now have a 3-game advantage over the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays lost again today, got swept in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. Yankees are 44-27. That's the best record in the AL. Pitching matchup tonight. Anthony Kay, a New York native who grew up rooting for the Yanks, will pitch for the White Sox. And ex-Sox Carlos Rodon will pitch for the Yankees. Now the Four Seasons game day weather report. Nice night here in the Bronx. Still some sun hitting the bleachers out in right field and the stands near that foul pole, but pretty much the entire field is now in the shadows. It's 72 degrees, the wind blowing across from first base toward left field. Save up to $4,000 on new comfort systems with Four Seasons. New AC units from $39 a month. AC furnace combos from $57 a month. For all the right reasons, call 866-4Seasons. We've got a quiet injury report in terms of the active 26-man roster. It's delivered by Postman Law. If you've been injured, call 844-POSTMAN. Others promise. Postman delivers. We mentioned the Rays lost at the Dodgers. One other game of note from earlier today, the Tigers dropped a rubber game in Houston 4-2, so Detroit will go into the weekend. They are off tomorrow at 30-44. The White Sox will be in Detroit on Friday night. And in fact, the White Sox will face
the MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
It's time for the great mascot race. Ready? Go! And they're off. Look at them go. They're neck and neck. Listen to that crowd. It's the home stretch. Here they come. Here's the play of the plate. It's Mr. Met. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
Swung on, bang toward third. Fielded, dropped by Zimmerman. Now he can't come up with it. It's in his jersey. It went in his jersey. He kept looking for the ball, and it stuck underneath one of the buttons into his jersey.
How did it do that?
Have you ever seen that?
No.
And what's the ruling? A base hit.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
DJ's got the lineups brought to you by Pete's Market. They feed Chicago best. Pete's Market, home of the freshest produce and meats. Shop Pete's, where fresh is done right.
It is Aaron Boone's Yankees hosting Will Venable and the White Sox. Here's the White Sox batting order for tonight. Chase Mydroth. He'll be followed by the DH Randall Grichuk and Miguel Vargas. 4, 5, and 6, Colson Montgomery, Everson Pereira, and Edgar Caro. Close it out with Braden Montgomery, Luis Angel Acuna, and Sam Antonacci. Left-hander Carlos Rodon goes tonight for the Yankees. Here is our Costa Ivone pitching profile. He is 2-2 on the season with a 3.19 ERA and 6 starts. And he is 3-0 in his career against his former team with a 3 ERA against them. It is Sanchez behind the plate for the Yanks. Caballero, left field. Bellinger, center, and Dominguez, right. From third to first, Rosario, Volpe, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. Batting order for the Yankees starts with Paul Goldschmidt, followed by the DH Ben Rice, and then Ahmed Rosario. Cody Bellinger, Jason Dominguez, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Jose Caballero, Anthony Volpe, and Ali Sanchez close it out. Left-hander Anthony Kay comes into tonight's contest with 6 wins, 1 loss, and a .434 earned run average this year. Last time out, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts, in a win against the Dodgers. It's Caro behind the plate with Antonacci, Pereira, and Montgomery from left to right field. From third to first, Montgomery, Acuna, Mydroth, and Vargas. The umpire set up with Emil Jimenez at home plate. Gabe Morales at first base, Doug Eddings, the crew chief, out at second, and Mike Malinsky, the third base umpire. Rate is a proud partner of your 26 White Sox. The Rate app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the Rate app today. Fans, be there on Friday, June 26th, as the White Sox take on the Royals at 6:40. Then stick around after for a concert featuring Marshmello, presented by Minute Maid Spike. Visit whitesox.com/concert. And join us at the ballpark Saturday, June 27th. The White Sox are taking on the Royals at 3:10. 15,000 fans in attendance. Receive an America's 250th Homage T-shirt presented by Coca-Cola, or skip the lines and secure your promo at checkout with Guaranteed Promo. To purchase tickets and prepaid parking, just visit whitesox.com/promos. And why not? Grab your friends and head to the park for Miller Lite Baseball and Brews. Grab a ticket and 2 beers starting at just $24. You must be 21 and over with a valid ID. Visit whitesox.com/brews. Let's get Game 2 underway on what's turned out to be a real nice evening for baseball. Here's my partner with play-by-play. Here's Len Casper.
Thank you, DJ. Great to have you with us. And our look at the White Sox uniforms is driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out the impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. Sox in their road grays, and the Yankees in their home pinstripes tonight. 33-year-old Carlos Rodon, hard to believe he's 33. He made his major league debut with the White Sox at age 22 back in the 2015 season. Rodon has been an all-star with 3 different teams, the Sox, the Giants, and last year here with the Yankees. And his season got off to a late start because he had an elbow procedure at the end of last season. This the first 6 weeks plus. He had a bone spur removed. He's got excellent stuff. We know that. And DJ doesn't give up a lot of hits, but if you can wait him out, he has walked 19 batters in 31 innings.
That's a great point. And, you know, the White Sox are a fairly patient team, and tonight that's what they need to be. But last night when they were facing Garrett Cole, he was attacking the strike zone and forced the White Sox to be aggressive. This is the opposite. You got to make this guy throw strikes tonight and hope he's working from behind. And if he is, be aggressive then. But he is a guy that can strike you out. He has a game that he struck out 13 once in his career. So be aware. Don't help him out.
Our broadcast booth here at Yankee Stadium brought to you by Bell Tire. If you can't find free air, free flat repair, and the lowest prices, find a Bell Tire. Nice to put up a couple in the first inning after a 12-2 loss last night.
Well, that's something we're accustomed to. This is a team that scores early against good pitchers and kind of sets the tone. I don't like waiting, but I will if it leads to a win.
So Chase Mydroth with a lefty on the mound will lead things off. White Sox have been very good against lefties this season, and so have the Yankee bats. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's fouled back to the screen. A fastball near the outside at 94. And a foul strike on Mydroth. Ex-Yankee Randall Grichuk on deck. The pitch. Inside on a heater. Rodon, 3 career starts against his original organization, and he's won all 3. Curveball, strike on the outside corner. The catcher Sanchez with a little flinch. He was going to throw the ball back, and he waited for that Emil Jimenez call. I think he would have challenged it. And there's a changeup in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You mentioned the curveball that was called a strike, and that's a pitch he very rarely uses. So I think he's got one out of the way here in the inning just to show he can throw it.
2-2 the count on Mydroth. Here's the pitch. Fastball just, I guess, got him right at the bottom of the zone, and Mydroth out for looking.
Well, Mydroth looked a little surprised because it was a bit of a delayed call, but and he's walking back telling his teammate Miguel Vargas that pitch looked down. But he has the right to challenge, and he didn't. And he was probably right. It was down.
One away. Here's Grichuk, and he pops foul back into the seats. With the White Sox, Grichuk batting .394 with 5 homers against lefties.
Well, he's teed up perfectly now against, well, this lefty.
He takes an outside curveball. How about this? Grichuk, who's 34, is the only starting position player for the White Sox over the age of 26. He takes inside, ball 2, 2-1.
Yeah, that's a good thing. White Sox are a very young, talented team, and that means they should have a nice window of competing in this division.
Rodon's 2-1. Grichuk hits a fly ball out into deep right field. Back on it is Dominguez, and on the warning track, he'll put it away.
Ball just jammed Grichuk enough where he didn't get it out of here.
So 2 away. Here's Miguel Vargas. If the Sox win tonight's game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 3-128-million. Walner Law, win with Walner. There's an outside fastball. Vargas has blistered lefties. He waits on a 1-0. Takes a changeup for a strike. If he were to get voted into the All-Star game as a starter, he'd be the first White Sox third baseman to do so since the first ever All-Star game at Comiskey Park in 1933. Foul pop-up behind the plate and no play for Sanchez. Jimmy Dykes in 1933. The only White Sox third baseman voted in to start the All-Star game.
Well, Miguel is having a stellar start to his season for sure. And it'd be nice if he just continued to hammer the baseball as he has been.
Right now in the voting, he's third behind Junior Caminero and Kazuma Okamoto. 1-2 is lined into the corner and left, a base hit. Vargas digging hard around first. He's going to try for 2. Here's the throw by Caballero, and it's a double. Miguel went in standing at second, but he got in there ahead of the tag of Jazz Chisholm Jr.
He always runs the bases so aggressively, and he can go in standing. You know, we're all going to question with the side view, like, why is he sliding? That's a close play. It wasn't a close play because he saw the throw was off the mark, and he didn't need to slide.
That's his 12th double. It's sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. Olson Montgomery swings and misses. He's playing third base tonight.
Lefties actually have hit Rodon at a better clip than righties. They came in hitting 276, righties 130.
The 0-1 is low. 2-out base runner here in the opening inning. Rodon comes set. A look at the runner at second. Now the pitch. Low and outside on a slider, but Colson could not hold up on a check swing, so it's 1-2. That pitch was not very close.
Talking with Colson yesterday about his approach to hitting, and one thing is having an approach to hitting, another thing is feeling good in the batter's box. So right now, he's got the idea of what he wants to do, but he's not trusting the hands to do it. Therefore, he is swinging early.
Rodon with a 1-2. And it's fouled. Montgomery stays alive. He's got 17 home runs. Runner at second, 2 outs, first inning. The pitch. Inside on a sinker. He held this time on a check. Wind has calmed down a bit. Had been blowing out toward left. 2-2. Fouled.
Oh,
that was the one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a slider left up out over the plate, and he had the timing on it and fouled it straight back. That's when, as a pitcher, you realize, whoo, I just got away with that one.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Left-left matchup here. The pitch. Fouled. On a fastball. Still 2-2.
Watch some video of Carlos's outings this year, and that slider of his pretty much has been left up where that swing by Montgomery was just taken a moment ago. A lot of sliders up in the zone, you know, and normally he likes to locate it down, but he's been unable to pull that pitch down into the strike zone.
Vargas at second. He just doubled. And a 2-2 to Montgomery. Grounded foul over near the Yankees dugout.
And you love the fact that this at bat is stretching the pitch count out on Rodon. He's up to 21 pitches now.
Ready for another 2-2 offer. Down and away on a changeup. Everson Pereira is the on-deck hitter, and right now he just walked over to have a brief chat with his hitting coach, Derek Showman. The 3-2. Grounded foul.
In a way, this is a win at bat for Colson in the sense that he's seeing everything that Carlos is throwing, period. So that leads to better chances in the next at bats as well. But you'd love to see a result. Base hit, driving in a run.
This will be the 11th pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off the glove of the catcher, Sanchez. This crowd got excited before we even started. NBA champions Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks throughout first pitches. They'll have their big parade in Manhattan tomorrow. The pitch popped him up behind second base. It's the shortstop Anthony Volpe, and he's got it. That was a major league pop-up. Vargas was about 10 feet from home plate when it was caught. Sox failed to score. They strand one.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Chicago roads. Step in, take the wheel, and drive home a winner today at ToyotaArlington.com.
Diving stop. Nothing gets through. And nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit NorthShore.com.
Anthony Kay, who grew up a big Yankees fan on Long Island. Pitches against the Yanks tonight.
No need to hold them at high esteem. Now you just got to embarrass them.
That's right. He's got family and friends here, of course. And the first pitch to Paul Goldschmidt is low for ball one. And they will be rooting for the White Sox tonight. Otherwise, they're rooting for the Yankees. Not in this series. Here's the pitch. Goldschmidt takes a low sweeper. Not the first time Kay has faced the Yankees. It's the fifth time, second time as a starter. No record with a high ERA. 7.71. The 2-0. That's a strike on a sweeper. 15th outing, 13th as a starter. for the lefty. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good changeup.
Yeah, he got Goldschmidt in the swing mode after the 2-0 sweeper. Like, okay, now I'm ready to swing. He's throwing strikes, and he went after a pitcher's pitch.
Okay, 6 feet, 225 pounds. He's 31 years old. The pitch, grounded foul toward third. Goldschmidt's playing first and batting leadoff tonight, hitting .298 on the year. With 10 home runs, he's been outstanding. He's 38 years old. He's playing like he's 28. The 2-2. Low on a slider.
Yeah, he had a little downturn in his career for a minute. But this is a guy we're used to seeing. This is a guy that was an MVP and was a truly great player in his days, especially with the Diamondbacks.
The 3-2 pitch. Goldschmidt hits a ground ball to Acuna at short, and he'll scoop and throw to Vargas at first, and he got him.
Hey fans, join us at the ballpark for City Connect Fridays. Catch the team in iconic uniforms every Friday night and shop the full collection at the team store. For more information, head to whitesox.com/city.
Here's left-hand hitting Ben Rice, DHing. Both he and Goldschmidt homered last night. He takes a strike. For Rice, it was his 20th. Playing in his 67th game tonight. The 0-1 swing and a miss on a sweeper.
Anthony Kay, he's throwing some pitches with confidence. I love it.
He's right now on a career best 5-game winning streak. Low and outside on a sweeper. Friday against the Dodgers, an 8-2 win. He had 7 strikeouts, a lot of swings and misses that night. And really since the start of May, he has been excellent after a slow start. 1-2 pitch, just fouled off the end of the bat on an outside sweeper. It's still 1-2.
All right, now he's at a good mix of speeds in this at bat, and he's far ahead in the count with a 1-2 count right now on Rice. So he can kind of go to any of his arsenal and should be effective.
The pitch popped up, and Carroll will give it a look, but it's going to be back into the seats. James Fegan wrote a nice piece on SoxMachine.com today about Anthony Kay. And one note is the four-seam fastball was getting hammered in late March and through April, but that's become a nice weapon because he's not throwing it as often. He's mixed it up really well. There's a line drive hook to right, and Braden Montgomery makes a nice running catch.
Yeah, well, you just mentioned something that's really important is don't become predictable on how you're using your fastball.
Well, he talked about it Japan versus here. He felt like there's more launch angle here, so he thought, you know, the four-seam fastball up would be effective, but he probably overdid it a little too much early.
Yep.
Now, Ahmed Rosario playing third base. And he takes low on a changeup. So it is a game of adjustments, and Anthony Kay has made some adjustments already this year. He's moved a little bit toward the first base side of the rubber. The 1-0 is low. Nothing. Bottom of the first from Yankee Stadium. Rosario always seems to hit White Sox pitching well, going back to his Cleveland days. And he lines into the corner and left. There you go. And Tanachi will pick it up. It's a 2-out double, so he did what Vargas did. 2 outs, picks up an extra base hit.
Well, I mean, you're right. Rosario's always swung the bat well and with authority for extra bases against the White Sox. That's something he's comfortable doing, but also a 2-0 changeup right there to hit. That makes life a little easier for you.
Now Cody Bellinger playing center field. He had 3 hits, 2 RBIs, scored twice last night, and he'll get a timeout before the at-bat. We'll keep an eye on the Guardians and the Brewers tonight. Milwaukee beat Cleveland last night. That helped out the White Sox. Here's the pitch to Bellinger, and it's outside on a sweeper. Gavin Williams and Brandon Sproat matching up in Milwaukee. The 1-0. Sweeper strike. 1-1.
Back-to-back sweepers, one off the outside edge, one on the inside corner.
Man on second, 2 outs, first inning. The pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball out into deep right. Montgomery back, and he's out of room. It is a 2-run homer for Cody Bellinger. Number 11 for Bellinger, and it's 2-zip Yankees in the first.
So Bellinger took the sweeper away, took the sweeper in, and they thought, well, let's sneak a fastball on his hands, and that's the pitch he was waiting for the whole time. Just waiting for a fastball. It wasn't even a strike. It was off the corner in at 96, and he led with the knob of the bat, let the barrel lag behind, and hit it to straightaway right field like it was no big deal.
Yeah, he's pretty much the same against lefties and righties in his career, which means he's really good. Fastball strike to Jason Dominguez.
That's just interesting because it's all about reading, if you can, the batter and what he's telling you by taking pitches. And we got it wrong.
Dominguez takes low. He is a switch hitter. And he's playing right. Only his 12th game. He's batting .211. The pitch. Swung on. It bounced to Acuna, who charges, sets, throws, and gets him at first base. A 2-out rally, a double, and a homer, and the Yankees lead 2-0 after 1 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Here's Jackson, the last time at bat in Reggie Jackson's career.
I would compare my career to a farmer. It rained when you wanted, sunshine when you wanted to. And when you loaded up your truck, the prices were at an all-time high.
Broken bat up the middle, base hit, Reggie Jackson.
On the way home with a pocket full of money, you'd be smiling. Huh?
Chicago.
Sox are down 2-0 early. Former Yankee Everson Pereira leads off the second against Carlos Rodon. Gave up a 2-out double, no runs in the first. And Pereira steps out before this at bat. Here's the pitch. It's high, way high on a fastball. Sox have lost 8 in a row in this ballpark. Overall, the Yankees have beaten the Sox 12 of the last 14 times they've matched up. There's a heater in, ball 2. Pereira leaning in, and he takes low on a fastball, ball 3. You can pitch in the air here in this park, but you better do it to left center and center. Called strike. 318 down the line and left, 314 to right, but right field it just shoots out of here. The 3-1 is inside. There's a leadoff walk.
There we go. Hopefully that's the start of a big rally. White Sox needed that big inning that they had just before heading on this road trip.
Now Edgar Caro, the switch hitting catcher, batting right. With a runner on, Goldschmidt holds Pereira at first, and Caro takes inside.
Rodon has had this kind of situation arise already a few times this year, where he has a first inning that he went through, just giving up the double, and then the command just gone. Briefly, it's just gone. Puts him in a bit of a bind. It's up to the White Sox hitters to take advantage.
1-0 is bounced into right field. Pereira's going to have to stop at second. And they've got something brewing. A walk and a base hit, and that'll bring up the rookie, Braden Montgomery.
What a really nice swing by Edgar Caro. Love that he just accepted the single the other way. Get the count in your favor, pick a target, and execute. That's what Caro did there.
You're wondering what all the fuss is about.
I was.
The two players from the Knicks are in the booth adjacent to ours, Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, so the fans in front of our booth are pretty excited.
Yeah, I thought they were chanting about you.
Yeah, exactly.
I see Lynn. Yeah.
Montgomery fouls. He's batting right-handed. It's going to be wild here tomorrow.
I'm just looking down at the fans in front of us at this club level, and they're all taking pictures and video of the broadcast booth next to us with a baseball game going on behind them.
Right. Montgomery hits a ground ball to third. Rosario will get one, and they'll go around the horn. Chisholm's throw in time at first base. That's a big double play for the Yankees.
Very
close. Runner at third, 2 outs.
Very close at first base, but they just did get Braden. Looked like Montgomery did exactly what Rodon was hoping for. Threw a changeup, got him just out in front to pull it on the ground for the double play.
Now Luis Angel Acuna, who made New York his home with the Mets, but now White Sox, and he takes low.
Well, Luis Angel has got enough pop to accidentally hit one out of here to right field. Let's hope that's the case.
We've seen some signs here of late. He's up over 200 on the year. And he takes outside and high on a changeup. 2-0 Yankees, top of the second. Pereira's at third. The pitch, Acuna tried to check on what would have been ball 3. It was high, but he went around.
He's not standing there, even though he's getting hits with a ton of confidence right now. He just felt he was going to get a 2-0 strike, so he was swinging early.
The pitch, slider, is a strike. Ooh, that looked to be a little high and maybe wide, but no challenge from Acuna. 2-2.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. What we saw, it appeared to be definitely something he should have challenged.
The pitch, he struck him out swinging. So Rodon works out of it. Big double play in the middle there. It's 2-0 Yankees midway in the second.
It's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
White Sox Network.
Bottom of the second, Yanks lead 2-0 on a Cody Bellinger first inning homer. Anthony Kay now against Jazz Chisholm Jr. And he misses low and outside on a sinking fastball. Chisholm went 1 for 4, a walk and a run last night. Here's the pitch. It's fouled to the screen behind the plate. 1-1.
Went to a Yankees game and a basketball game broke out. Wow.
A 1-1. Sweeper called strike. Montgomery now will take a little walk over to his left. Now about halfway between second and third, and he backs up. The pitch. It's low on a sweeper.
I believe Jazz thinks the fans are calling him MVP right now.
Two balls, two strikes. The motion by Kay, the pitch. Tap foul behind home plate. Still 2-2. It was not a fun night for Davis Martin last night. He went into that game trying to become the first 10-game winner. Well, we do have a 10-game winner, the first there. And now we've got a pitch comm issue between pitcher and catcher. Aaron Ashby, the reliever of the Milwaukee Brewers, is 10-0 with a .286.
That's crazy.
The Vulture.
Yeah. Right.
How about that?
Well, I mean, he's not a bulk guy. He's a reliever. And he is the right man at the right time, apparently.
The pitch. Slider low, and we've got a challenge by Edgar Caro. That's the voice of Emil Jimenez, the home plate umpire. It is a strike, and it's an out.
Caro popped up immediately after catching that pitch and ready to throw it around the infield. So when he didn't get the news, he's like, no. I'm throwing this around one way or another.
That ABS overturn, a reminder, a second opinion, always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Here's Jose Caballero playing left. He homered off Acuna in the 8th inning. Sweeper is low, and Caro going to challenge this one. Caballero was surprised he challenged it, and it is low.
Well, that's just insane. One extreme to the other. He got one right, and the next one he got wrong by a lot.
2.5 inches low. The pitch. And it hit him in the back foot, and Caballero will jog down to first base. We talked last night that he lowers his head and only looks up at the last possible second. And I mean, the clock hit 8.
Yep.
And he just lifted his head. And you can understand why there have been certain umpires who've given him a hard time for it. He's trying to work that clock and kind of living on the edge. They're going to come out and check on that foot.
Got him in the right big toe. And that is, by the way, the 13th batter he's drilled this year.
Which leads the major leagues.
I would hope so.
Yeah, Anthony Kay not afraid to work inside. So back to Ashby, according to Optus stats. Aaron Ashby is the second pitcher ever to be the first to 10 wins, with all of them coming in relief. Roy Face did it in 1959.
How about that? Tells you about those Brewers and how they will come back if you keep them in the game.
So Caballero will remain in the game. A 1-out hit by pitch. Here's Volpe, the shortstop. 2-0 New York. We're in the second. Kay's pitch. He is a low sinker.
They have speed over on first base. Can't let that be a distraction. You need outs, and you need batters to make the outs.
Kay leans in, gets the signal. Long hold, and he'll throw over to first base. And Caballero back in time. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox this season. Every time the Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels donates $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. Volpe takes inside. Ball 2 on him. Volpe hitting .237 with 1 home run. 3 for 5 last night. He takes a strike. Throw down to first late by Carroll.
We got the center fielder, Pereira, really shading toward right center field.
The pitch. Swung on and missed. Looked like a changeup.
A little slide step changeup, and that sold it to the batter. He thought he was getting a quick pitch fastball.
Kay back in it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The hold and the pitch with the runner moving, and a foul fly off of first out of play.
It's a good job by Anthony Kay. You can really see that Caballero wanted to run. He's creeping off, but with a long hold, and he messed up the timing of the runner. So just with a swing and a miss right there, they'd have had a chance to throw him out.
Still 2-2. And Kay throws over late. So he has tried to get him twice in this sequence.
Well, now you need to just come set and quick pitch.
Runner not moving. Volpe hits a line shot. That's trouble. Out into the alleyway in deep left center field. Caballero rounding third. He's going to score. Volpe digging hard for third. He's got a triple, and it's 3-0 Yankees.
Out that gap that I mentioned was wide open because the center fielder was really pushed over to right center. So he hit it into the spot where he can just run all day out there in the 399 mark. Really deep gap.
First triple this season for Anthony Volpe. And now the catcher, Ali Sanchez, with the infield in. Runner at third, 1 out. 3-0 Yankees. The pitch to Sanchez is called strike.
Yeah, that's what we need a little bit of. Normally, I'm saying you don't have to work ahead of the hitters nowadays. It's not necessarily something that's going to make you more successful because you're getting swings when you're behind the count, but it's nice to work ahead. Gives you a little bit of an advantage in this situation.
Sanchez pokes a line drive base hit out into right in front of Montgomery. Volpe will jog home. It's 4-zip.
One thing I noticed last night and then now here tonight. Yankees have a ton of power. They can hit the long ball. But in RBI situations, they cut down on the approach and they accept base hits. That's all in that situation Sanchez was trying to do, is poke that to right field.
That's his second RBI of the year. And only his third hit in 11 trips. Goldschmidt takes a strike. So 2 in the first and another pair in the second. And they're without Judge and Stanton and Grisham. But they have scored 16 runs already in the series in just 10 innings. Changeup is low.
Well, you know, my philosophy, it's always going to be, if you're going to have any chance of winning, it's all about your starting pitching. Davis had a tough night. Now, Anthony, to this point, is having a tough night, and you can't ask your offense to just have these major comebacks.
The 1-1. Sinker is low. Ball 2, strike 1 on Paul Goldschmidt. He grounded out in his first at bat. The pitch. Low. So a favorable count for the batter. 3-1.
Yeah, Goldschmidt's going to look for something to crush.
It's on the way. It's a sweeper. It's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, not many batters are ever going to swing at a 3-1 sweeper in that situation. It's just not going to happen. So that's a great pitch. And it almost looked like a get-me-over sweeper because he knew, did Anthony Kay, that no chance he's looking for this.
Sanchez, the runner at first. The 3-2 to Goldschmidt, and he fights it off foul.
Best fastball he's thrown on the night at 97 on the inside corner.
There's been over 20 pitches in each of the first 2 innings. This will be his 23rd of this inning. The 3-2 is hit in the air. Shouldn't be any trouble. And it's the right fielder, Braden Montgomery, coming on to make the catch. 2 down.
Make your favorite White Sox players all-stars. When you vote 5 times, you'll get up to 40% off tickets. Cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot daily or visit whitesox.com/vote. Terms and conditions apply.
Still not out of the woods. You got to deal with Ben Rice. First pitch is off the outside corner. Rice started 26 times as their catcher last year. He has not caught this season. Mostly first base and some DH. Sweeper strike makes it 1-1.
Yeah, I think they look at him as an offensive weapon. They don't want to wear him out behind home plate.
Pretty good value. 12th round pick out of Dartmouth in 2021. The pitch is outside.
Well, if Anthony Kay can just hold the line at 4 runs given up, you feel like, okay, all right, the White Sox will chip away at that deficit, but this is where we got to hold the line. You can't afford to give up anything else.
The 2-1 inside. He almost hit him on a sweeper. He's behind Rice. Tucks the ball into his glove and now steps back off the rubber.
Yeah, the clock was down to 1 second on him.
Three and one on Rice. The pitch. Slider just missed the outside. That's ball 4.
Gonna have a meeting.
Here comes the pitching coach, Zach Bove, before Rosario bats. A reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox.
As hard as Anthony is working, still got to emphasize getting this out. And we've already pointed out, I mean, this is a tough out against the White Sox and Rosario.
I've got the numbers prior to the double in the first inning. Rosario, career .290 in 51 games against the White Sox. And he takes outside ball 1.
With a lot of extra base pop.
Rosario now 30. Made his major league debut with the Mets. And he hits a fly ball out into deep right center, but playable for Everson Pereira, and he's got it. 2 more for the Yankees. RBIs by Volpe and Sanchez at the bottom of their order. It's 4-0.
The Seattle Mariners have officially found their groove, riding the wave of an amazing run that started in May and has them sailing in June.
And the Mariners sweep the A's.
The secret to their recent success? Power at the plate and dominance on the mound.
Swung on and missed, got him.
The rotation, led by Emerson Hancock, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, has been absolutely electric, shutting down opposing lineups. And while all-star backstop Cal Raleigh remains sidelined, a surge of offensive power has arrived.
A rainmaker to left field. Julio with a bang.
Julio Rodriguez is on fire and flexing his marquee muscle. Throw a locked-in Randy Arozarena and a red-hot Luke Raley into the mix, and you got a lineup firing on all cylinders. Thanks to the run of victories to kick off the summer, Seattle has cruised to the top of the AL West and has the Pacific Northwest rocking. The American League is officially on notice. The Mariners are a problem.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
ESPN Chicago.
Sam Antonacci batting ninth tonight. We normally see him leading off. That's against righties, but it's a lefty on the mound tonight for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon. Third inning, 4-0 Yanks. First pitch is outside. Ball 1. He'll be followed by Mydroth and Grichuk. Sinker low, ball 2. Sox put the first 2 on in the second, but then Rodon got Braden Montgomery to bounce into a double play, and then he struck out Acuna to get out of it.
Yeah, they threatened, and that was it. Got to get right back at it. I mean, this is where you need to get some base runners and some pressure on the pitcher.
The 2-0 is hit on a hop and a snag by Chisholm, and he'll throw him out. It was kind of a do-or-die play on a hard-hit one bouncer right at him, and that's the first out.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some Velcro on his glove apparently, and that's a Velcro ball because that one looked like it should have just eaten him up. It was a wing and a prayer. Put the glove down low and just snag at it, and it stayed in there.
Here's Mydroth. Caught looking in the first inning. And he takes low. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Mydroth cracks a single into left. He broke his bat in the process. A little bloop base hit. So they've got a hit in each inning. That'll bring up Grichuk.
Right. We get to the point where you start going, okay, we got a hit. And then somebody like Randall Grichuk walks up there and you're like, okay, now we can hit a 2-run home run. You just start getting a little desperate when you have Power walk up there and a man on base.
Randall flied to the track and right in his first AB, and he swings and misses on a changeup. This is a good high Sox matchup. I guess if they had a competition, Grichuk would win. The pitch is low on a changeup.
Yeah.
The Sox are a little higher.
Yeah,
over his knees.
Yeah, I think Grichuk's basically wearing shorts.
That trend was started by Hunter Pence.
Yes, yes, it was.
The 1-1 lined, base hit, left field. Mydroth, with that play in front of him, will have to stop at second.
Well, Chase had to hold up just long enough to make sure that that line drive was not caught at third base. Otherwise, he ends up at third base on contact, but he just couldn't go.
So consecutive one-out singles have set it up for Vargas, and the heart of the lineup is brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Miguel doubled in the first inning, but was left stranded there at second base. And he takes a changeup up and away, and we've got a challenge from Sanchez. And the pitch is a strike.
Well, just barely clipped the top of the strike zone up and away.
Carlos Rodon comes set. And now pitches. Fastball right down the middle. It's a strike. The 0-2. Fastball just low. Oh, he punched him out. Boy, late call there by Jimenez, and I think it was low, but no argument from Vargas. 2 down.
Well, our batters, even if there's been some pitches they felt weren't strikes, are not challenging for some reason. Now, we're already down to 1 challenge, and maybe that affected that particular situation, but you know the saying, if you go with your gut, you're going to probably be right.
Montgomery fouls right at home plate. He had that long at bat that ended in a pop out to short in the first inning. Milwaukee has an early 3-0 lead over Cleveland in the second. The pitch fouled. 0-2, but can't keep counting on the Guardians losing. No. Take care of your own business, which the White Sox have done a lot here of late, but lost last night, and they're trailing 4-0 early tonight.
Yep, need to get back on top of things. This has been a good test. There's no doubt about that at this part of the schedule. And they've handled it extremely well to this point, but so far it's all Yankees at the start of this series.
The pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball out into right. It's back there. It is gone. Well, they're right back in it. A 3-run blow. Colson, Montgomery, and they're within a run.
Well, he got his arms extended on what looked to be a slider. It was right out over the plate for him to swing at and hammer out of here to right center field. Talking to Colson about the fact he wants to hit the fastball to left center field and any hanging, breaking stuff just like that.
His 18th of the year. Brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See the concert, a tribute to ABBA at Hard Rock Live Friday, August 14th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Pereira whiffs on a fastball. 39 career homers in 140 games for Colson. Fastball misses in.
Mentioned left-handers have better numbers this year against Rodon than right-handers.
And it's just the opposite for Kay.
Yep.
There's a tap foul behind the plate.
Well, you can see Rodon is amped after that home run. He's moving a lot quicker with a little extra energy right now. He's like, give me the ball. I want to get this guy out and be done with this inning.
The 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a high fastball. But the damage done. 3-run homer. Colson, Montgomery. It's 4-3 Yankees in the third on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
When you walk into any one of 20 Pete's Market stores across Chicagoland, you see unmatched quality and...
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Caught by Durbin. It's going to be a double play. Beautiful.
That's a terrific play going to his right by Paul Goldschmidt.
Boy, that's a nice grab.
He's going to slide. He makes the catch.
And that's a line drive and a diving catch by Junior.
Oh, and he makes the catch. Diving stop by Turner. Flips to second. That stops on the grass. Long throw. And they got him.
Wow.
What a play by Betts.
And he makes another spectacular catch. He is putting on a show in Baltimore. He twirled like a tornado and hauled that in. Young is able to get there. Pops up onto first. He got him.
Going back, and he makes a circus catch.
He makes the catch. Ryan Bliss, Superman in short right field.
Great play by Machado. Really nice scoop on the other end.
And makes the grab above his cap.
And Siri makes a nice catch.
He has to be part of the action.
It's what done! The full extension, he takes it away!
Montgomery, and the Sox are within a run. Now Anthony Kay trying to settle in. He gave up 2 in the first, 2 more in the second. And a guy who got him for a home run, Cody Bellinger, leads it off for the Yankees here in the third. First pitch, cutter. It's a strike.
So far in this game, it's been left-on-left crime from these left-handed batters. Bellinger, the number 4 hitter, and Colson Montgomery, the number 4 hitter, hitting home runs against lefties.
Sweeper is way outside. Despite the Bellinger home run, Kay has dominated lefties. They were batting 143 going into action tonight. Righties over 300. 1-1, slider low and outside. Cody's dad, Clay, played for the Yankees. Sweeper is outside. It's 3-1.
Long conversation with Dan Plesac about situations like this. When a guy hits a fastball for a home run against you, that's not a pitch you feel comfortable throwing to him again. Now he's staying with the sweeper against Bellinger.
The pitch, cutter, strike.
Good pitch there, cutter inside corner. That's still not the fastball that was hit out of here.
The 3-2. Lined foul off the side net. Another slider.
As a hitter, you kind of realize he's telling you the story. He doesn't want to throw you the pitch you hit for a home run. So you kind of eliminate that. Even though on 3-2, it's not a wise thing to do. You got to cover it just in case.
The pitch. Swinging a line drive on a sweeper, and it'll get down out in deep right. All the way to the wall. Bellinger will pull into second with a double. He's had a big start to this night.
Again, I mean, he could just eliminate the fastball. I don't believe he saw one in the at-bat.
He did not.
Because, well, he hit a home run on a fastball. And as I mentioned, Plesac and I discussing this on the bus ride here to the ballpark today. It's just the way hitters are going to think. I showed him I can hit the heat. And Kay's going, he showed me he can hit the heat. I'm not doing that again. And sure enough, as a hitter, you just look for the other stuff.
That is a leadoff double, the 15th of the season for Bellinger. Here's Dominguez, and he takes wide. Each team has 5 hits. The Yankees lead the game 4-3. Kay looks at the runner at second. Now the pitch. And it's a low changeup, and it gets away from Caro to the backstop, and Bellinger will head to third. Pitch.
Right about now, after your team just gave you 3 runs, you better tighten up your game. Anthony just proved last time out against the Dodgers that he can bear down and really get it done. But right now, he has not shown that. He needs to show it here.
Infield in with nobody out. Dominguez backs away from an inside cutter. And it's 3-0. The stretch. The pitch. Sinker strike at the knees.
Dominguez, stout, 5'9", 218 pounds.
Recently came off the injured list, had a left shoulder issue, and he hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Bellinger's going to have to hold. Acuna will throw to first. 1 down.
That ball had some interesting spin on it as it jammed the batter, and Acuna did a real nice job not letting that ball eat him up. It's a nice play on what looked to be routine, but was not. Then looked at the runner back, who was not going on contact, thank goodness. He will be now.
Yep, infield still in against Chisholm. The pitch. Good fastball outside corner, 96 for strike 1.
Yeah, when all else fails, I mean, you've got to believe in your fastball.
The set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase an outside sweeper.
And that's all because the establishment of that first pitch fastball away.
He's got 1 strikeout, and that was Chisholm looking in the second inning. He misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not a real competitive pitch. You become predictable when you're working. Sweepers way off the outside corner to the left-handed batter. Elevate. Change the eye level. Throw the cutter out of the strike zone up and see if you can get a chase.
The 1-2. Down and away on a slider.
He's got the vision of the hitter down and away, because that's where every pitch in this bat has been. Even the cold strike was away. It wasn't down, but it was away. He's had no reason to think anything would be inside to this point.
2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
And where was that location?
It was down and in.
That's it. He had no chance to hit that pitch. So he had him set up. If this was by design, it was brilliant, because his vision was away, and then, uh-oh.
Yeah, he was pretty late. So here's Caballero. Now the infield can move back. Vargas will stay in a little bit at first. And Montgomery cheats in as well at third. Caballero checks on an inside sweeper. Ball 1.
Yeah, with the speed of Caballero and the runner at third base, it's a good combination for him to think drag bunting to third. Probably gets him a run. But not many players like to do that. The White Sox have proven they'll do it at any time, but not many other teams will.
The kick and the 1-0 low.
When your legendary name as a club is Bronx Bombers, bunting here is not something that maybe enters your mind.
Good point. Murderer's Row.
That's it, yes.
Almost 100 years ago. The 2-0 is a strike on a cutter. So back to Caballero and working the clock. His point with the pitch clock is a good one. I don't want to let the pitcher dictate my rhythm at the plate. So he's trying to take away that so-called advantage.
I don't have a problem with it.
It's within the rules.
Exactly.
The 2-1, and he bunts, and he pops it up. And Kay's going to make the catch in front of Colson Montgomery.
I like he took charge, even though Colson was trying to get there. Just catch the ball and get the out.
So a 2-out bunt attempt.
Well, they're no longer the Bronx Bombers.
They're the Bronx Bunters. It's 4-3 New York after 3 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Seiya hammers it. Deep left. Way back. Bye-bye. Biggest swing of the year for Seiya Suzuki. 10th homer of the year.
You bet. First career home run for Cole Cherry.
Flores Jr. out of here. Big league home run number 1.
And it's gone. Juan Soto with a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 7th has given the Mets a 5-4 lead. His 14th home run of the year.
Right center, Pete into the gap. He dives. Oh, baby.
That was fun to watch. Sinking line drive, PCA on the move, does a Superman routine.
Everybody's getting in on the fun. Tiger bats boom all day long. They score early, they score middle, and they score late. And the Tigers just keep adding on. This is fun. 11-0 lead in the 8th.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Edgar Caro leads off the 4th. 4-3 Yankees. He takes a strike from Carlos Rodon. Sox within a run because of Montgomery's 3-run homer in the 3rd. A changeup is low, 1-1. Edgar singled a ground ball into right in the 2nd inning. And he fouls back into the seats.
Rodon, after the 3-run home run mentioned, he was amped. He struck out Pereira because he was amped. Now he's back to calm. That blood's not boiling the way it was.
The pitch fouled again.
He's relying on that fastball. And the thing about it, you look at Carlos Rodon's fastball, 93, 94, 95. He can reach back and hit 98 if he chooses to. But he sits about 94. But it's the delivery that's with it that really makes that fastball quicker.
There's a roller into left. So 2 ground ball base hits for Edgar Caro.
Boy, you think back about a month and a half ago with Edgar. Didn't matter what he did. He could not find a way to find a hole, make solid contact. It was just everything was so off. Now he's just making contact and it finds a hole like it's meant to.
That's why you got to stick with it.
Yep.
Acuna, we've noticed, too, has been better. Here's Braden Montgomery and called strike.
Yeah, you know, one thing, somebody like Edgar Caro, even though he's still so young, he established that he could be successful in the big leagues last year. So you can be more patient with somebody that's already proven to be able to hit up here. You just got to get him there. You got to get him back to their comfortable swing. As Carlos Rodon seems to have lost maybe a contact lens or something.
You know, something, either some debris in his right eye or a contact issue, but he's telling the Yankees athletic training staff that he's fine.
Hey, come down to the ballpark this summer and hang out in the Leinenkugel's Craft Lodge. It's located down the stairs in section 1067 and open to the public. The Leinenkugel's Craft Lodge has more than 75 different craft beers, seltzers, ciders, canned cocktails, and non-alcoholic beverages. Call 312-674-1000.
Runner on, nobody out, the 0-1. Braden ducks out of the way. Fastball right up under his chin. One ball, one strike on the switch hitting right fielder. The pitch. Inside miss, knee-high fastball.
Carlos, not the same pitcher that joined the White Sox 10 years ago. He is somebody that is not using that slider effectively like he used to on the right-handers. It's different pitching.
Check swing on a slider for a strike.
That's it. That's signs of the old Carlos. But his slider now he's using up in the zone way more than what we just saw. That one that was down and then back leg to the right-handed batter. If he starts using that combination, fastball into right-handers and sliders down and in, oh, doctor, good luck to the batter.
2-2 on Braden Montgomery. Short lead by Caro. Here's the pitch. Big swing and he fouled. That is not the pitch Rodon wanted to throw. A slider right down the middle.
That's it. And we talked about it already in this broadcast that watching video of Carlos, it's very rare that he hits his location with that pitch down and in that he did on the previous one. A lot of them are up and out over the plate to be hit, but he is still getting away with that pitch somehow.
Two to Montgomery. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on a back foot slider, strike 3. That was an interesting at bat. He threw 2 nasty sliders, got away with the bad one, and ultimately strikes out the rookie. 5 punch outs for Rodon. Here's Acuna.
Well, as a young batter in particular, that's almost impossible for you to recognize from this pitcher, and you're going to do what Braden did.
Acuna fouls straight back.
That was what looked to be another slider that was fairly hittable.
4-3 Yankees, 4th inning. The 0-1. Look out, up and in. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and Acuna lost the grip with his bottom hand. Makes for an awkward finish.
Yeah, he was completely fooled. The sequence of pitches, first pitch slider, fastball moved him off the plate, and then changeup out away over the plate. And he was kind of falling toward the third base dugout while he was swinging.
The 1-2 is grounded foul toward third.
Quite the education for young batters against somebody as talented as Rodon. Carlos with 95 career wins, 74 losses, a lot of strikeouts.
The 1-2, low on a slider. Well, they faced Garrett Cole last night, and he went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. And another veteran tonight, and Carlos Rodon, the 2-2. He got him swinging on a changeup. 2 down, that'll bring up Antonacci. And he was retired on a nice defensive play by Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the 3rd inning.
I was thinking about Acuna and striking out twice now. He has all the information on what to be prepared for to face Rodon, but he's still got to go out there and do the damage.
Pick toss to first. Caro was off the bag by about 1.5 steps, so back easily.
The hitting coaches will say, hey, you know, one thing we do, prepare our hitters. We can't hit for them.
The pitch. Low. Rodon, born in Miami, went to high school in Holly Springs, North Carolina. And then NC State. Sox took him 3rd overall in the 14 draft. Antonacci hits one sky high down the left field side, foul, out of play.
And they got it right with him for sure. And you knew instantly with his arsenal of pitches that he was going to be successful.
So if you look at that whole first round, if you go by WAR, the best player in that first round was Matt Chapman. He was taken 25th by the A's. Trey Turner went 13th to the Padres. Aaron Nola went 7th to the Phillies. And then Rodon. The pitch is high. The 2 guys who went ahead of him never got to the big leagues. Both pitchers, Brady Aiken and Tyler Kolek.
Again, just more proof that it's not a science. Drafting those top picks, not that easy.
The 2-1 is grounded foul. Kyle Schwarber went 4th in that draft, right behind Rodon.
You just never know. I mean, you can try and find out everything that goes on in the brain of a player at that age, at college or high school, but you don't know how they're going to respond when they get in the pro ball. You just don't know.
Antonacci takes outside and low, and the count is full. Well, you and I watched what was about as perfect a non-perfect game could be when he no-hit Cleveland.
Yes.
In 2021. He hit one batter in the 9th inning. That was it. Fouled.
Well, you and I have been around enough no-hitters. And somebody like Carlos Rodon, if he is pounding the strike zone with all of his pitches, good luck to you. I mean, he's going to throw a no-hitter. Especially at that time when we watched him do it. I mean, it's averaging probably 95 with this delivery and then the sweeper disappearing and the changeup mixed in. Good luck.
Antonacci foul tip, strike 3. So after Caro's single to lead it off, Rodon strikes out the next 3 batters. Bottom of the 4th, Yankees 4, Sox.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Moniak on the run, sliding grab, and he can't get it. It rolls up the line.
Well, a bloop single and now a bloop double. You see him just slip right off the bat.
Clean up on base number 1. Lourdes throws the pineapple up the line. What is going on down here? Back in the produce section. that's good.
How about that? Myers went all the way to the 380 mark.
He had that in his glove.
Wow.
The fourth. Yankees lead 4-3. They'll have Volpe, Sanchez, and Goldschmidt against Anthony Kay. We've got a night game tomorrow to wrap up the set. Sean Burke for the White Sox. Lefty Ryan Weathers for the Yankees. Here's Volpe. He tripled, knocked in a run, scored a run in the second inning. Kay ready to work. The motion and the pitch. It's a sweeper just off the outside corner. Wind has picked up a little bit again, blowing out toward left. And the 1-0 is lined out in the right. Braden Montgomery will make a head-high catch.
You could see that Volpe was trying to stay inside the ball and hit it that direction, but thank goodness it was right at the right fielder.
Here comes the catcher, Sanchez. One for one with an RBI, and he takes a sinker low. Very close pitch.
Really questioning was Caro, turning around and asked him, like, what, low? Just challenge it.
Yeah, it should have been a strike. A pitch. Sinker strike, might have been a ball. Near the outside corner.
Yeah, and you've got the batter saying, I'm not going to challenge it.
Kay on a 1-1. Fouled back in our direction. Sox looking for an advantage in this series. Brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, and now Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. They're within a run at 4-3 in the fourth inning. A 1-2. Sanchez cracks his bat on a one bouncer and knocked down by Montgomery, and he can't make a play. He cut in front of Acuna. Kind of ended up playing that into a bad hop because of his angle, and it'll be a base hit, I'm guessing.
Well, I will say this. Third baseman, they're trained to go catch everything they can, but he turned that into a tough play with Acuna sitting there waiting and a catcher running. Well, to me, Acuna has a clean play. He's going to have to yell, I got it, let it go. And he probably has a chance to get him.
It's an error on Colson. And Goldschmidt takes a strike. I think in terms of the scoring, that's kind of a 50-50 call. I'm okay with error.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. He made that an error. He could have sat back. He could have got there quicker. But in the end, it came down. That one just ate him alive because of the position he put himself in.
Goldschmidt takes outside.
I mean, it was a broken bat, soft little line drive. It wasn't like anything special. It's just a matter of if you're going to make the play or not.
One and one the count. Runner on first, one out. The pitch. Goldschmidt grounds foul behind the catcher. Kay has basically pitched out of the stretch all night. A lot of base runners.
Yep, pitch count at 82 right now for him, and he's, well, picked up a one out in the fourth inning. So that's a lot of pitching.
Here comes his 1-2. And it's hit in the air out in the center. Pereira went back. Now he's got to come in. And he's under it. And he one-hands it.
Sox fans, celebrate life's special moments with a personalized scoreboard message at Rate Field. Perfect for birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, and more. Order your message at whitesox.com/scoreboard.
Two down. The batter is Ben Rice. Milwaukee now leading Cleveland 5-0 in the fourth inning. There's a swing and a base hit to right. Braden Montgomery plays it on one bounce. Sanchez had already stopped at second.
Rice,
2 on.
Rice wasted no time on what appeared to be a kind of get-me-over sweeper. It was up in the zone. He said, I'll have me some of that.
Ahmed Rosario will bat, and Carroll wants to talk it over with his pitcher. Doesn't apply here with 2 outs, but White Sox double plays are brought to you by Steinhafels. Refresh your home and patio this summer with Steinhafels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader, and a proud partner of the White Sox. Shop in store and online at steinhafels.com.
Just looking at a close-up of Rosario on the scoreboard, and just took me back to the days where the Yankees weren't allowed to have any facial hair. And they made some exceptions, and now you have full beards.
Now, those days are over.
Yep.
Two on, 2 out. And a called strike on a changeup.
Remember the times where the Yankees, when they were about to make an acquisition, sign a free agent, or make a trade, they had to make sure they spoke to those players first, and they'd adhere to the rules of no long hair and no facial hair. If they didn't agree, the Yankees wouldn't make the move.
Right. One strike to count. The pitch popped up. Shallow right. It's Mydrop, the second baseman, and he makes the catch. So Anthony Kay has had a journey here tonight. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Nothing since.
Goes right side again. Kurt Schilling with another base hit. McGee tries to throw it out. Oh, my God. It hit him right in the head. Are you kidding me? It hit Kurt Schilling right in the head. He never saw it. McGee came up throwing. Schilling kept running. He never saw it coming.
You can see the mark of the ball on the helmet.
Oh, brother.
He leaps. He makes the catch. Bangs into the fence and holds on for the out.
Robbed by Marcy in center.
Ranging play by Volpe, the shortstop. Glove spins, throws to first in time. What a play.
Tommy Troy with a terrific diving grab. Another spectacular play at third by the 10-time Gold Glover.
Sanchez reaches up and makes the catch.
Jump through to first, Caballero in time. What a play by Caballero.
Dodge
makes the catch on the track. Chase Bowen laying it out.
Junior dives like Superman and makes the catch.
Then a leaping grab by Delgado along the line. Caught the ball and doubled him up. How about that? Beautiful play by Brett Beatty, who's having himself an afternoon.
And caught by Volpe. Ball game over.
And Lee makes the catch. Oh, baby, what a play. Caught by Madrigal.
The hops of the Magic Man.
Throws it all the way to first on one hop. Got him. What a play.
That is vintage Zach Neto. What a play on that one.
Goes Western Gateway.
Line shot, deep left, a home run.
Hey, it's Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas.
Y'all listen to ESPN Chicago, the home of the Chicago White Sox.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth here at Yankees Stadium. 4-3 Yankees, fifth inning. Rodon against Mydroth, who is 1 for 2 with a run. First pitch is in there. It's a strike. The lefty delivers down and in on a curveball. Well, the Guardians are coming back 5-4 Milwaukee. Grand slam by Daniel Schneemann gets them within a run. Now 2-1 to Mydroth.
So we know that they've lost Ramirez and then Martinez.
Angel Martinez, yep. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a bouncer foul, third base side.
You know, teams just got to keep on going. Everybody seems to be losing players that really help them in the win category, but doesn't mean you're going to stop. These teams are all having to replace those guys and keep the line moving. White Sox have done it.
Yeah, nobody feels sorry for you, that's for sure. There's a swing and a base hit out in the left center. That ball's going to roll for a while. It could be 3. Mydroth to second, and he's going to stop there. Probably the right decision. So that is a leadoff double. Sponsored by Tito's. What do you got? Easy for us to say. I thought he might try for 3.
The difference between, say, the Volpe and that hit is that Bellinger cut it off before it got to the wall. It was a couple of steps shy. If he has to wait for that, hit the wall, pick it up, that gives him the chance to get to third base. Other than that, I think Chase made the right decision.
It's his 14th double. Tying run at second with nobody out, and Rodon warned for not engaging with the batter, Grichuk.
Yeah, that could be the difference of this game right now, of him cutting that off, saving a couple of steps.
He's a really good outfielder.
Yep.
Bellinger. Grichuk takes high.
Hardest fastball thrown of the night by Rodon at 97.
Outfield straight away against Randall. The pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. 1-1. They were down 4-0 now. It's 4-3. Grichuk foul tips on a fastball, 1-2.
Really looks like Carlos is saying, when all else fails, I'm just going to blow you away.
The stretch. The 1-2. Fouled.
Staying with the Heat at 97. Here's when he gets you. He gets you to foul that off, and then you say, I got to tune it up a notch. And then he throws that slider, and you swing right over the top of it.
Count holding at 1-2. A look at second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Nice play. Sliding play by Rosario on the throw to first. Dug out by Goldschmidt. And Mydroth had to hold it second. That'll be a nifty 5-3 put out to get Randall Grichuk.
And it was a slider, but Grichuk was ready. Did not swing over the top of it. Got the barrel down on it. It was left up just enough where Randall hit it hard, but unfortunately, nice play at third base.
Vargas checks in. He has doubled and struck out looking. And he takes outside on a changeup. Well, this is that third time through the order. Sox trying to tie it or maybe take the lead here against Carlos Rodon. The set and the 1-0. It's high.
Well, we mentioned Rodon 3-0 in his career against his former team. He's done well. The White Sox, they're in a position right now to go ahead and at least get him on the hook. If they can at least tie it or take the lead, put him in the position to pick up a loss.
He misses outside and high, and it's ball 3.
Nice job by Vargas again, a very patient hitter.
The guy who took him deep is on deck, Montgomery. Colson, that is. 3-0. It's a pitcher's strike on the outside edge. 3-1.
And that was 97. He did not take it for granted that he was not swinging on 3-0.
Miguel will be ready now. The 3-1. Change up. Ball 4 off the inside, but we've got a challenge, and I think that's a strike. That looked pretty good. And it is a strike. So Sanchez has done a good job, successful on a couple challenges.
And again, that changes your whole perspective. As a batter, you're going to first, you let it go. Now you got to regroup. You got to get your mind back to driving in a run.
The 3-2 to Vargas. Now step off. See some activity out in the Yankees bullpen. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball out into center. It's deep. Bellinger going back. And he'll make the catch right in front of the warning track. Easy tag in advance for Mydroth. He's at third with 2 outs.
Would have been nice to be at third with 1 out, but it is what it is. Wild pitch, error, all that stuff come into play now that can at least get that runner home.
And before Colson Montgomery bats, we've got a mound visit here from, I think that's the pitching coach, Matt Blake.
I believe you're correct.
Similar gait to Aaron Boone.
I agree.
But It is the pitching coach.
It's just a little smaller, I think, than Aaron. Hey, Sox fans, join us at Wright Field for Nickelodeon Day on Sunday, June 28th. As the White Sox take on the Royals at 1:10. Receive a Slime bucket hat when you purchase a specially priced ticket. Limited availability. Get your tickets and prepaid parking by visiting whitesox.com/promos.
So Mydroth at third, 2 outs, 4-3 Yankees, and the batter is Colson Montgomery. Worked a long at bat in the first, then hit a home run his next time up, and he fouls. You said it during that first inning sequence that'll pay dividends later, and you nailed it. He hit a home run his next time up.
Yes, and now he tried to cover a sinker in. Let's see if he can adjust to that pitch.
The 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground up the middle, but Volpe was playing right up the middle, and he'll throw to first. And that'll do it.
And it was a sinker in that he hit pretty well, just unfortunately they defended it.
Still 4-3 Yankees in the fifth. This is the Hard Rock Casino.
The Reds' best chance to win on any given day has often coincided with Chase Burns being the starting pitcher. Swung through. First strikeout tonight for Chase Burns.
And you called it. There's that slider right there. A couple of fastballs with 2 strikes. He went 98-mile-an-hour heater in, and then the slider disappearing.
Struck him out.
Just outstanding pitching. You can see Juan Soto cheating for the heater in. Slider down and out of the zone.
That is veteran pitching right there, my brother.
Got him to chase the slider down and out of the zone after he went up with 4 straight heaters. Burns has struck out 2, eyeing a third first-inning strikeout. Swing and a miss. He did strike him out. He pumped a fastball by him. Burns punches out 3 in a scoreless first. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Beatty. Burns delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He blew that fastball by him. Boy, he is breezing through this Mets lineup right now. He has struck out 5 through 2.
The Bronx, which is when we bring you our Sox Twitter poll question on X. Len, DJ, whenever you're ready.
Let's do it, Jeff.
All right, gentlemen. Tonight we go to the world of football, and we ask, how much World Cup are you watching? 4 options.
Go ahead.
Every match, every second. U.S. matches only. Wait until the knockout rounds, or none.
Well, I'll say U.S. matches only. I haven't been able really to watch much. Cody Bellinger takes up and in from Sean Newcomb, the new pitcher.
I'm going to go with the fans are going to say U.S. matches only for now.
We'll get their thoughts here after this next pitch. The 1-0 is high, ball 2. Jeff?
38% say none. They're only baseball fans. 35% are taking it all in, and 18% are watching the U.S. games.
Okay.
There's a base hit to right. Bellinger, homer, double, single. He's a triple shy of joining Pete Crow Armstrong on that cycles list this season.
Well, you mentioned that, he's pretty comfortable against left-handers, and we got a new lefty out there, and he was pretty comfortable against him.
Here's Dominguez. And the pitch is foul for strike 1. The pitch low on a change. A changeup. Don't see that much from Sean.
No, just sprinkle it in to keep somebody honest.
Get it on the scouting report.
That's it.
There's a swing and a soft line drive base hit down the right field line. Montgomery's got to go over to get it in foul territory. Dominguez has a double with Bellinger now at third, and they have 2 in scoring position with nobody out.
Mentioned one thing that the Yankees have done so far in the first couple of games is accept their hits. With men on base, they do some good things just making contact, and that's more proof right there.
So some trouble for Newcomb. And here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Infield in. And a pop-up. First base side foul territory. Vargas has room on the side track, and he makes the catch. Bellinger tags. It goes halfway down the line. And the throw on a hop to Carroll is fielded cleanly. Nobody was backing him up, however. So thankfully he made that play. One down.
Yeah, it's interesting because I see that more and more in the game today. Less and less pitchers are backing up home plate on plays where they should be. But I assume that the coaching staffs accept that. They don't emphasize being where you're supposed to be like they used to, especially pitchers.
Caballero, the batter. The set by Newcomb. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner. And Caballero danced out of the way, and he's convinced it's inside. So we've got an ABS challenge. And it is a ball.
Well, you mentioned Caballero danced out of the way like that was way inside. Just missed by less than half an inch catching the inside corner. Wasn't close to him, but he acted like it was. He got it right, though.
One and nothing. The pitch. Way outside and high, and that's a good flag there by the catcher, Carroll. Those are the pitches that normally get to the backstop.
Hey, you're right. Tough backhand makes the catcher's shoulder very vulnerable where it can kind of pull it out of the socket.
2-0 strike on a slurve. Newcomb comes in with a 2.16 ERA. The 2-1. Swing and a base hit to right. 2 runs are going to score. And it's 6-3. A 2-run hit by Jose Caballero.
Again, accepting their base hits, no circumstances. Jam shot, flare the other way. Good throw by Montgomery. He got something on it, but Carroll out in front of the plate receiving it, left a clear lane for the runner and trying to come back and tag him. It was already too late. He ran right by him.
So the Yankees extend their lead. And Volpe takes a sinker for a strike.
What we've seen for 2 straight games up to this point is how's anybody getting these guys out, apparently.
And that just added a half run to Newcomb's ERA. It's a 2.57. Fouled.
You know, it's interesting because we've seen the White Sox do this to opponents, just stack hits together, have big rally innings, all that stuff, along with some power mixed in. But for 2 straight games now, it's just kind of a sustained attack by this offense of the Yankees.
There's a shot off the shoulder of Newcomb. It'll deflect to the shortstop, and Acuna will get it to Meidroth for an out. And Newcomb appears to be all right. A glancing blow on a liner. That'll go 1-6-4. And they're going to make sure that Sean is all right.
I don't think he's all right. I think they got him right in the bicep. Nope, you said shoulder, and it's his throwing shoulder. He turned just, no, actually seeing an angle, his tricep. And, I mean, it got him.
So the back of the pitching arm, the upper area of that left arm.
I mean, in all honesty, they did a nice job to get that arm in the way and where it didn't get him somewhere more vulnerable.
So he's standing on the mound. He's going to gather himself and take a warm-up throw. Well, he asks for one more.
Yeah, some adrenaline going, so that's a good thing. Could get him through to get an out. But, you know, I always like to use the examples, right? And the example would be you're standing there and somebody punches you really hard in your tricep, and now you got to throw a baseball after it. It's not that easily done, but other than the fact he's got adrenaline flowing right now.
Well, he wanted to stay in, but I think Will Venable kind of did the, are you 100% sure? And I think Newcomb understood exactly what you said. don't take any chances. So hopefully just a precautionary pull.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
And we've got what you need to succeed. Business Zelle? Check. Online and mobile banking? Check. More than 60 years serving Chicago? Check. Visit ourbankchicago.com or one of our 20 locations to open your account today. Business checking that takes banking beyond expectations. Republic Bank of Chicago. Member FDIC.
It is rookie right-hander Tyler Davis. And he'll get as many warm-up throws as necessary because Sean Newcomb left due to an injury. 6-3 Yankees, bottom of the fifth. Let's step away. 10 seconds for station ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Tyler Davis, 27 years old, 2-3 with a 4.03 ERA. He's got one save. This will be his 21st appearance.
Well, one thing I'm taking away from tonight's game in particular is it doesn't really matter to the Yankees if you're left-handed or right-handed. They're going to give you some tough at-bats. So if you come in the series saying, hey, you know what? I think we'll have an advantage using as many lefties against this lineup as possible. I don't know if that's necessarily true. They are giving good at-bats, and it doesn't matter who's towing the rubber.
Yep. Ali Sanchez is the batter. Volpe the runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch swing and a bloop. Base hit to right. And Volpe's going to end up at third. Sanchez 2 hits from the 9 spot. And they just continue to put balls in play and drop hits, a lot of them to right.
Yeah, just smart approach to hitting, accepting your base hits. If you don't really know a pitcher very well, we've talked about this a lot over the years, accept your hits. It's a lot easier to have a controlled line drive, almost like you're playing pepper type swing, compared to trying to say, I'm going to hit a home run. Good luck with that when you don't know the pitcher's stuff.
First and third, Goldschmidt called strike on a slider.
Goldschmidt started the series hitting just .419 with runners in scoring position.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
He takes low on a slider. Ball 1-1. Hit in the air. That's trouble. Deep right, and it's a 3-run home run for Paul Goldschmidt. And it's 9-3.
Well, he stayed inside the ball just like so many other hitters for the Yankees tonight, except for he did it in a fashion of driving the ball the other way. Didn't know the pitcher, but he still got a result because he put a great swing together on a fastball up and away.
Well, that changes the complexion of this game big time. Yankees lead by 6. Ben Rice takes a strike. 11th for Goldschmidt. Career homer 383.
Well, we talked about keeping him at 4 runs after the first 2 innings. It's asking a lot, but was necessary, and unfortunately that's not the case.
Splitter is outside. So Newcomb charged with 3 runs. Davis 2. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a split, 1-2.
Now, if you're looking on a graph and you're saying, you know, places to pitch a guy, that pitch that he threw to Goldschmidt was up away, I mean, barely a strike. And, I mean, normally you go, that's a good pitch.
Foul tip, strike 3. A lot of damage. 5 for the Yankees. They lead 9-3 after 5 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
As a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. Now, they all have the same grade? Or
no.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card?
Could be. There could be multiple.
Okay,
so first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Top 6, 9-3 Yankees. We'd like to welcome our listeners in Champaign, Illinois, tuned in on News Talk 1400 AM and 93.9 FM. New pitcher for the Yankees is a veteran right-hander, Paul Blackburn. Carlos Rodon went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. The pitch to Everson Pereira is a low sinker. Blackburn, a former starter, long run with the A's. And a stop with the Mets. Now the Yankees. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got a 2.97 ERA.
20 games, 1 start. 30 innings worth of work.
Swing and a roller over to third. Rosario's up with it. And the throw to first gets Pereira.
Well, it becomes that moment that we unfortunately have had to talk about a few times this year. Every man for themselves. Got to get selfish, pick up your hits. Hopefully it leads to some runs.
And Carroll will get a timeout. Edgar batting left-handed for the first time tonight. 2 singles right-handed. And a sinker is low and outside.
Left side of the infield. Plays him to pull. Right side fairly straight up. Outfield slightly shading him the other way.
There's a swing and a bouncer right to the glove of Blackburn, and he'll flip it over to Goldschmidt. 2 quick outs. Braden Montgomery coming up. He'll turn around and hit left.
Braden off to that magical first game start of his career, and now the education begins.
The grind, right?
Yep. Every day facing major league pitching is eye-opening, even if you're talented when you get here.
He's 5 for 25. That's a 200 average. And he takes outside on a curveball. (9-3) Yankees in the 6th. The pitch. Big swing and a tap foul.
Braden Montgomery is 3rd level of baseball this year, from Double-A is successful to Triple-A, successful to here. Started his career successful, and now trying to figure out on the fly how to get the barrel on the ball.
1-1 changeup is a strike. Might have been low. Good frame by Sanchez. Braden played at Stanford and Texas A&M. Former two-way player. A 1-2. Curve missed the outside.
Well, thanks Shohei Ohtani, and I think the feeling of other players being two-way players is there for organizations to maybe investigate in the future.
His college pitching numbers were not very good. Swinging a base hit. Basically right to where the shortstop normally would play, but they were shifted. And he hit it right in between Volpe and Rosario. So a 2-out single for Braden Montgomery. That'll bring up a pinch hitter. Jacob Gonzalez will hit for Acuna.
So not great pitching numbers in college.
27 appearances, 6 starts combined, and an ERA of 9.09.
He was a one-way player.
Gonzalez hooks a one-hopper to Chisholm, who fields it in the outfield grass. Spins, throws to first, inning over. Bottom 6, Yankees 9, Sox 3 on the Hard Rock Casino.
Can we recognize the athleticism of the elite security down there?
Unbelievable. I give them 10 down. We're good.
Yeah. Look at that.
I mean, come on, Joe Ryan.
It's all part of the experience.
This is an experience tonight. Oh, look out. In between the legs of Jose Altuve, almost clipped his buddy in the on-deck circle.
Hey, that'll wake you up.
And Fortes is able to hang on to the foul tip.
Fortes getting a little help from the love handle there.
The Rockies have scored in 6 of the 8 innings.
The Rockies a franchise high 23 runs today.
Driven deep to right field. There it goes. See ya. A long home run for Ben Rice.
And Marte unloads deep left center. For the first time in the big leagues, he's got yard in 3 consecutive games.
And Junior dives like Superman and makes the catch for out number 1 in the 2nd inning.
Bobby Witt had to go to his right an extreme distance, and you said there, Superman at work.
Oh! Robbed by Marcy in center. That gets through, and it could clear the bases. Jacob Marcy with a terrific tuck and roll grab.
booth, brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask Len whenever you're ready, Mr. Casper.
I'm ready.
All right, Big Josh Walsh asks Len, do you think the White Sox answer to consistency for the starting rotation is in-house?
Well, that's a good question. Noah Schultz is on a rehab assignment at the moment. Got some injuries to the Smiths, Shane and Hagan. Brandon Eisert's the new pitcher. Rosario fouls. Gonzalez stays in and plays first. Vargas goes to third. Montgomery moves to short. And I think the White Sox likely exploring all opportunities as we get near the month of July. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 2 strikes the count. So, I don't know. But it's a great question for Chris Getz and his front office. The pitch bounces in front of home plate on a changeup. I will say this, they have not been shy about making moves. We've already seen 12 major league debuts. We're not even at the All-Star break. He bounced another changeup, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kind of makes fun for the armchair GMs out there to try and figure out how you improve in that department. If you're definitely into the organization, you'll kind of let us know about it.
Swing and a miss on a slider, and Rosario strikes out. Here's Cody Bellinger. All right, so if you're Bellinger, you've got a homer, a double, a single. Do you have 3 on your mind here?
He's probably thinking left center field. Because left center field is at 399 gap, and you can pick up a triple pretty easily out there.
He has 31 career triples. And he fouls, and he was looking to hit that ball the other way, no question.
And it's almost like Pereira is aware of it because he's shading on that side of center field.
Change up low.
But I'll be honest with you. If I'm Bellinger, I'm thinking I want to hit one of the seats to right field.
The pitch, grounded foul. He pulled that one toward first.
And out in front of a changeup from Eisert.
The last cycle for the Yankees was in 09. Melky Cabrera.
Oh, wow.
Prior to that, 1995, Tony Fernandez fouled. And then prior to that, Bobby Mercer in 1972. So over the last 53 seasons of Yankee baseball, there have only been 2 cycles. The pitch. Check swing on a slider. He went around and he strikes out.
I remember when Jose Valentin hit for the cycle in about 2000 for the White Sox. No, excuse me. It was Chris Singleton in 2000 hit for the cycle for the White Sox. Or 1999, the next year, Jose Valentin hit for the cycle. Like, well, that didn't last long. Usually they're far in between. Yep. Not the case back-to-back season where the White Sox hit for him.
First pitch strike to Jason Dominguez. Jose Abreu as the last White Sox cycle, I think against the Giants, September of 17. And a low fastball bounced in front of home plate, 1-1.
So it went from Fisk in 84 to 99, so 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the one by Valentin, it was another 17 years.
Ground ball to third, picked up by Vargas. Throw to first in time. First 1-2-3 thrown by a White Sox pitcher tonight. Off to the 7th. Yankees 9, Sox 3 on the Hard Rock Casino.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
You know you need to get 5 innings in. Watch how quickly Blue Jays hitters swing.
Here's Griffin. There's one swing to be very quickly followed by another. You said they'd swing at almost everything. Well, that is one of the strangest strikeouts you will ever see.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Top of the 7th, back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth here at Yankee Stadium. Ryan McMahon now in at third for Ahmed Rosario. 9-3 Yankees. Blackburn pitching. And Sam Antonacci takes a strike. Challenged by Sam. He thinks it's low. It is low. Sox have one challenge left.
I'm going to say Sam's pretty good at that one in particular, the one that's low.
He takes outside on a cutter.
Think about it. Earlier in the game, the White Sox batters accepted called strikes that weren't strikes. They thought about challenging and didn't, and it could have changed the outcome of those moments.
Fouled. It's tricky because, yeah, you feel like the challenge is now. It's almost too late, but you don't know at the time that you might have been better served using those challenges early.
Well, like Antonacci, I mean, he knew. He's like, no, that's down. We have a few other guys that seem to be a little skeptical if they're right or not. I get it if you're not sure, but had they challenged, they would have been right.
Called strike on a curveball.
But like you said, I mean, it's in the moment. Right now for the rest of this game as players for the White Sox, this is like relax time.
Swing and a miss. He chased the curve. That was down and out of the zone, and he strikes out.
Just got to kind of alleviate the pressure, get your hits, have a little fun, and really, the only way you're going to have fun is if you're doing some positive things.
Meidroth, the batter. He's got 2 hits in 3 tries, including a double. And he takes a strike. That double led off the 5th, and it was a tying run. And they could never get him around to score. And then in the bottom of that inning, the Yankees added 5 runs to their lead off the bullpen. The 0-1 is high.
The moments of the game. You don't know if you score that 1 run, tie the game, how it affects how your pitching performs after that, let alone the offense of the other team. But we'll never know.
Fouled in the air. Second level off to the right.
I like the question that was always posed to me of the '94 White Sox. Like, oh man, do you think your team would have gone on to win the World Series? You guys were in first place, are really good. They go, absolutely, no question.
Meidroth is out for looking. Sinker on the outside corner. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Blackburn.
Who can prove me wrong?
Yeah, and I think fans of the Expos would have said the same thing about their team.
Yes.
Those were the 2 clubs, right?
Yeah,
I know Cleveland was.
Yeah, Cleveland was
good.
Right in the hiney of the White Sox. They were playing pretty good baseball at that moment, and we had kind of drawn a little closer to them by the way we were playing.
Randall Grichuk lines into left. Diving catch. Jose Caballero, and the inning is over. We have reached the 7th inning stretch. Yankees 9, White Sox 3 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that makes.
So the batter now will be Ryan Valade. That one in the air, left field, on its way and out of here. A no-doubter for Valade, and just like that, the Rays have a 2-0 lead. Valade with his 4th of the season. It was hammered.
This is something that Lauers had a little bit of trouble with. Throwing that cutter in right into Valade's bat, 109.7.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Drake Baldwin digging in for the first time in about a month, coming off the IL. And he hits it deep to center field. A massive swing. Drake Baldwin is back in the building. A 1-1 game in the first. Straight away center field. A titanic blast by Drake Baldwin. How in the world do you do something like that? What a special player. 473 feet to straightaway center field.
Oh, my goodness.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Help out the Sox. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead before Daniel Schneemann hit a grand slam to make it 5-4. Brew Crew has lengthened it to 7-4 right now as we speak. That game currently in the bottom of the 6th. The Cubs actually thumping the Rockies tonight at Wrigley. They're up 8-2. Dansby Swanson has gotten out of his funk a little bit as he has homered in that one. Right now, the Giants on top of the Braves 5-2. Willie Adames a homer there. White Sox down big in the Bronx as we head to the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Back to Len Casper and Darren Jackson.
All right, thanks, Jeff Meller. Trevor Richards, the new pitcher. He's been on quite a run here of late. Last 7 appearances, 11 innings, 3 hits. So opponents 3 for 36 against him. 5 strikeouts, no walks. So good stuff from Trevor Richards. Overall this year, 3.91 ERA. And he'll face Jazz Chisholm Jr., who's 0 for 3. Bottom 7. Yankees lead 9-3.
White Sox have Sean Burke scheduled to go tomorrow, but I don't think there's been an announcement if there'll be an opener or not. But it'll be interesting to see how we balance it out with this left-handed, strong, tilting lineup that they have. We've already seen, though. Doesn't matter. Left-handed, right-handed against these Yankees, they're swinging the bats well.
Here's the pitch to Chisholm. It's a strike. And hopefully Sean Newcomb is all right.
Yes.
Can't not afford to lose him for any length of time. Changeup is low. And the count is 1-1. Chisholm batting .227. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
Chisholm has been criticized by some when he let everybody know what his goals were for this season. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's pretty bold of him.
Fastball is outside.
He said, why not? I think I'm going to be a 50-50 guy next year. He was a 30-30 guy last season. I don't have a problem with the guy thinking that he's capable of doing that.
Right.
It's hard to back it up.
He takes down and in on a change. Yeah, 31 home runs last year and 31 steals.
Basically a career season for him, and it's hard to top your career seasons.
Swinging a fly ball, well hit out into right, and it's a home run. So Richards' stretch of scoreless innings is over. Leadoff homer by Jazz Chisholm, so he's into double digits. I guess he's a 10-20 guy now. It's 10-3 Yankees.
You know, the personal goals are going to probably be impossible to reach this year by him, but either way, he's going to try and live up to them, and he did right there. He got down on a fastball that was right down the middle of the plate.
That's their third home run tonight. The batter Caballero, and he swings and misses.
Love it. He gave up a home run, Richards, on the fastball, and the first pitch to the next batter, fastball. I love that.
Yeah, you got to erase it and start over. Slider is high.
Because it really comes down to the chess match. That batter was watching, goes, oh, he hit a fastball, so he won't throw me that. Sure, I will.
1-1 is hooked in the air out into deep left field. Antonacci's got it right up against the wall.
Really nice job by Sam on contact. He took off, put his head down, and ran hard. Then he was able to pick his head back up, pick the ball up, and then cruise under control underneath it. But it's all about how he started out after that ball.
Volpe with one out. And a cut and a miss. This is Trevor's first outing in 5 days, so I think they'd like him to pitch 2 innings, not use anybody else. Fastball strike.
Especially if he gets, this batter and the next batter out efficiently.
Do not want to use another reliever if you don't have to. And the pitch is high. So if the Sox cannot mount a pretty big late inning comeback, it's going to be another road series loss. It would be 6 consecutive series dropped on the road.
Well, I'm more concerned with the fact they gave up 12 runs last night and 10 so far tonight.
Changeup is low. 2-2.
Double digits back-to-back games. That's alarming when your pitching has been doing a nice job at home, at least.
Been one of the best home clubs in baseball. Fastball is outside. Richards thought it was strike 3. He's walking around behind the mound, and the pitch clock's down to 8 seconds.
And the batter called timeout to help the
he
pitcher
helped
out.
him out.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Well, Caro popped up like he was about to throw the ball around, so I guess maybe that sold it to Richard that was strike 3.
Volpe takes inside, ball 4. Well, again, with the ABS system in place, I think you just have to challenge it if you're certain it's a strike.
Absolutely.
There's no other recourse.
I mean, you can't say anything to the umpire. All you can say is, I challenge it. I disagree with you. I challenge it. And that's it.
Yep. Sanchez, the batter, and he swings and misses. And in a 10-3 game, it might not matter, but I'm with you. You said it earlier. I think probably the answer is probably not challenging often enough. Called strike.
Well, I haven't seen.
You don't get an award for having
No.
the best success rate.
No, but I don't see anybody so far for the White Sox that to this point where you're like going, oh yeah, it's a guarantee. If he's challenging, it's guaranteed. We just haven't really proven that our guys are that efficient. Where you're like 70% of the time they're going to get it right. It's pretty much 50-50.
The pitch. Fastball low, and Edgar will challenge this one. And it's low. So that's it. They're out of challenges.
Well, I mean, you know, it's the one before where they thought it was strike 3. They didn't challenge, so maybe this was the emotional challenge.
Fouled.
I wonder, and I haven't asked a pitcher off the record kind of thing. How do you feel emotionally after your catcher kind of challenges, and you know it wasn't a strike, and you're looking and going, what are you doing? Does it affect you after that, you know?
Right.
It could.
Sox are in the bottom half of the league, 48% success rate. Fouled.
That's something for us to actually find out for ourselves, like challenge. Talk to me about it as a pitcher. You like when your guy challenges on a close one, or do you say, no, not there?
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Most of the guys are probably going to say, well, my guy's trying to take care of me. I understand what he's doing there. He's looking out for me. I'm going to go, yeah, that's all. Yeah, mishy-mashy, whatever. How about just saying, yeah, bugs you because it didn't work. It wasn't a pit. It wasn't a strike, and now you have less challenge opportunities.
I should be accurate. White Sox are 15th, so they are actually barely in the top half. Fouled by Goldschmidt. Now, challenge rate. That is how often do you challenge, and they are probably in the bottom third. The Rockies and Twins do it most often. 6.2% of the time they challenge a pitch. Hard ground ball past Montgomery. Base hit out into left center. Throw's going to go to third. And everybody's safe. Volpe at third. Goldschmidt's got a single. And they're at the corners with 2 outs for Ben Rice.
Ball just jumped past Montgomery. Little slider that, Goldschmidt just hammered to the left of Montgomery. Before he can get down, it was already by him.
Zach Bove, the pitching coach, out to talk things over.
And Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
Here comes Rice, 1 for 3 plus a walk. Miguel Vargas has been pretty good. He's 6 out of 9 in overturns. 1 ball, no strikes on Ben Rice.
I was looking at some of the umpires, the ones that are challenged a lot, ones that are not, and their success rate. I mean, it's an interesting list.
The pitch, fastball strike.
There's a few guys that basically aren't challenged that often, and when they are, their percentage is high, some of these umpires, and then there's the opposite. Some guys that are challenged a ton and overturned a ton.
The pitch, grounded foul off to the left of home plate.
That is a kind of interesting report card that kind of tells on umpires for the public to see, like, oh, that guy, look at him, he's stinky. That guy, look at it. You don't want to be that guy behind home plate that night.
Swinging a fly ball out into very deep left center. And a leaping catch by Pereira, and I hope he's all right. He banged against that wall, and everybody holding their breath as the inning is over, and he is still down on the warning track.
What a play by Pereira. I mean, full speed commitment, jump, backhand grab, collision with the wall.
Oh, man.
And somehow was able to still hold on to that ball.
He is in a lot of pain, and athletic trainers from both clubs are going to head out to the warning track. He is down in a heap right near the 399 sign, and it looked like, boy, that was awkward. Looked like his shoulder went into the chain link area, and his lower half hit the top of the padding, and then he landed very awkwardly, kind of on his knees, almost in a catcher's type crouch on the warning track.
Yeah, absolutely. And his head would have hit against that fence as well. I mean, a whole lot of stuff going on in that collision with the wall.
That is an inning-ending catch by Pereira, and he is on his feet, and we'll keep an eye on him as we take a break. It is 10-3, Yankees after 7 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Dear baseball fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got upper deck power and a
Straw covering some ground as he always does.
Loops one into Steve Nunez, going to track it down. What a play. Outstanding.
Diving, and he takes a hit away from low. A.J. Ewing showing off his speed.
How about stop making the play? Wow, that was awesome.
Can we just give this guy a gold glove?
Lined out to center. Dubon with a diving grab.
Straw back. Oh, and he made the catch.
Hard-in liner to Machado, caught at the shoe top.
Terang fields, tags the runner, throws to first in time. Oh, what a job by Bryce Terang.
It'll be Lucas making the catch. Boy, that took him way back.
Fantastic play, but a couple exclamation points by Nick Kurtz doing it defensively.
Makes that over-the-shoulder catch look so easy.
And that's a great play by Pete. Still backing up all the way to the wall. And Corbin runs it down.
Makes a running, sliding catch. Great play.
Manuel.
Wow, what catch out of nowhere.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these results, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Remain in the game. We're in the 8th inning. It's 10-3 Yankees. And Miguel Vargas will lead off against Paul Blackburn, who's in his 3rd inning of relief. They had a 3-inning save last night in a blowout win, Yarbrough. Here's the pitch. Popped up out into right. Dominguez under it, and he's got it. Yep, Tristan Peters now on deck to hit for Pereira. The batter is Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, the 3-inning save last night was, unique. You don't see those very often nowadays. Blackburn would have to go 4 innings. I don't know if they're going to ask him to do that, but he looks to be in command right now.
Guessing they won't. He did go 3 innings on the 26th of April in Houston, fouled back.
Well, that's just the 23rd pitch thrown by him.
Well, let's look at his pitch counts then. He made 43 pitches in that 3-inning stint. Curve is low. I think the other thing you hear a lot, aside from pitches for relievers, is how many times they have to get up and down.
Yes.
And that just simply means sitting in the dugout, coming back out for another inning. But Blackburn is an ex-starter. There's a swing and a fly ball, pretty well hit out into deep right center field. Bellinger back, and it's a home run. Colson, with his 2nd home run tonight, has supplied all the runs for the White Sox. It's 10-4.
Well, that ball just kept on going. Talked about how this is the kind of night as a batter, just you're looking out for yourself. Go get greedy, and Colson's done that with his 2 home runs in this game.
Another Hard Rock Casino home run. He's got 19 this season.
Really nice job getting down on a pitch and driving it to the big part of the field out in center field.
Here's Peters off the bench. A hit for Pereira, who may, in fact, have suffered multiple injuries on that great catch, fouled back to the screen. For strike 1. The pitch. Changeup is outside.
One thing you say about Pereira and that amazing effort to catch that ball is he went through all that pain and suffering and made sure not to drop the ball.
That's it.
If we're going to go through all that, get the out.
Cutter is outside. That is the first career 2-homer game for Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, he's just been Mr. Consistency since he's gotten to the big leagues. Now he's, again, getting a little selfish, saying, yeah, I'll hit him in bunches.
Peters takes high. Colson reaches 40 home runs in his career in his 140th game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fitting. You look at him as being a 35 to 40 a year kind of guy.
Fouled back by Peters. It's a full count.
Now he's trying to catch Mooney, who leads the team still, even though he's been missing for the last 10 days or 12 days. How long has it been, actually? Mooney's been gone a couple of weeks, is it now?
He's only 1 behind him now.
Yep.
Murakami was injured on May 29th. Sinker is low. That's ball 4. So fly to right, a homer, and a walk to open the inning. That'll bring up Edgar Caro, and Sanchez wants to chat with his pitcher, and I think they're going to buy a little time for a reliever who is up. Brent Hedrick, I believe, in the bullpen for the Yankees.
Catchers and their slow play walk that they use. Umpires used to have the personality to say, hurry up, don't be walking back here that slow, and then that lead to an argument with the catcher.
Caro takes high. I was watching a YouTube clip earlier today of a game back in 1991. The 1-0 pitch is hit hard on the ground and into center field. Edgar Caro is 3 for 4. Peters is going to end up at third. Bob Walk was pitching for the Pirates at Candlestick Park against Will Clark and Matt Williams. We're going to get a pitching change here. And Matt Williams stepped out before every pitch. And we think of those days as being much faster and crisper than what we had right before the pitch clock.
Right.
And that's true.
Yep.
But it was slower than what we have now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was the thing, mess with the pitcher. He's trying to work quick. You just keep stepping out.
There's a lot of stepping out, stepping off, stepping out, stepping off.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Call 630-MARRY-ME to find out why Marry Me Diamonds get the most compliments.
Looking for a new home base? Visit the city of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway.
Chicago area native Brent Hedrick faces Braden Montgomery. Fastball strike outside corner. First and third, 1 out, 8th inning, 10-4 New York. Hedrick from Braidwood, Illinois, southwest outskirts of Chicago. Fouled. Played baseball, hoops, and golfed at Reed Custer High School.
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
6'6", 235. He went to Illinois State. And he misses low on a slider. He's had a good year. Best in the big league so far. 4-1 with a 1.87 in 35 relief appearances. 1-2 on Braden Montgomery, who's batting right. The pitch. Fastball called strike 3. Might have been low, but the Sox don't have any challenges. 2 down.
Just kind of popped a fastball up there and snuck it by him. And that's interesting. You point out no more challenges, right? So as a batter, and you have no challenges, you got to be ready to swing at anything close now. Not just keyhole and saying, oh, strikes only. No, because if they do expand the strike zone, you're going down.
Yeah. There's a ball in the dirt, and Caro's going to move to second. Peters has to hold at third. It's a wild pitch. Jacob Gonzalez, the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, a base hit here maybe could get 2 home and make it interesting. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball out into left, not deep. Jose Caballero makes a catch. Sox get 1 on the Colson Montgomery homer. Bottom 8, 10-4.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Out of there, leaky store brands. When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Trevor Richards will face Ryan McMahon, bottom of the 8th. The Yankees lead 10-4. Milwaukee's got an 8-4 lead over Cleveland in the bottom of the 8th. So looking for a silver lining, the Sox could still be in first place if these two scores hold up. McMahon's first at bat, left-hand hitter, and he fouls. Toronto just beat Boston 3-0 at Fenway. Tristan Peters playing center after hitting Pereira. And McMahon takes a strike. Sean Newcomb left with left triceps contusion. That's a bruise after he got hit on that liner. He's listed as day-to-day. Oh, 2 low on a changeup. Detroit lost earlier today. Kansas City won their game in Washington. The pitch low on a changeup. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swinging a liner, caught by Vargas, the third baseman.
Nice job by Miguel. Looks like it's no big deal when you just step a few steps to your left and catch that. It's a head-high slicing line drive. Real easy to lose your focus and have that ball just come loose in your glove. It's just weird. Little things that we take for granted are routine just really aren't sometimes.
First pitch to Bellinger's off the outside. Twins have a strange Wednesday off day. Fastball high, 2-0. Again, Bellinger needs a triple for the cycle.
Yeah, every now and then in baseball, you got that odd off day, right? There's even been some Sunday or Saturday off days.
I guess it's because of the World Cup. Changeup is low. So the Twins won their first 2 games in Arlington, but the World Cup, they've got a game across the way at AT&T Stadium. So they took a day off for baseball, and they'll finish the series tomorrow. Fastball strike, 3-1.
Bellinger's basically been standing there this whole at bat with the bat on his shoulder.
3-1 is high, and he walks. I remember growing up, certainly in the early to mid 80s, the Padres occasionally would have a Friday night game, and then they wouldn't play Saturday if the Chargers had an exhibition game in August, and then they'd play a doubleheader Sunday. I know that happened on a few occasions. Fastball is high. Well, I guess a strike. We got a challenge by Dominguez. No, he didn't challenge it.
Just kind of smiled.
He faked it.
Yeah, smiled and adjusted his helmet.
Yeah. Well, he would have gotten this overturn had he challenged. Here's an 0-1 from Richards. It's a strike. And back in those days, in Philadelphia, in Cincinnati, in Pittsburgh, in Oakland, in San Francisco, in San Diego, in Seattle,
dual purpose,
Shea Stadium, they all had NFL teams, so it created a little bit of a scheduling crunch in August and September. 1-2 now on Dominguez.
It's always interesting, too, because the football games, part of the field would have dirt from the infield dirt of the baseball field. They had to play on it.
Painted the infield dirt. They did get rid of the mound.
Yes.
Fastball aside. Yes. That wouldn't have been fair.
No, that was, the Oakland Coliseum was always one where you'd see the football stripes, the lines when you came in to play baseball. Same thing, as you mentioned, in San Diego, where I played for a few years.
Swinging on one bouncer to the first baseman, Gonzalez. He'll fire to Montgomery, and they'll get one at second base. And that is all. So I've got it. 1983. Padres hosted the Expos Friday, August 19th. They were off Saturday. Then they played a doubleheader on August 21st.
Hold on. You actually remember watching?
I just know that it was around that time, and I just looked up their schedule.
Oh,
yeah.
My. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's pretty good.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. takes low. These are the weird things I remember. I'm sorry.
No, I've heard of weirder things you remember. Trust me. We've not shared with the listeners. But that's it's just interesting because for some reason that thought came to your mind and you remembered the era.
Yep. Bouncer right to Gonzalez, and he'll step on first. Inning over. We go to the ninth. No more 1983 Padres trivia, I promise. 10-4 Yankees on the Hard Rock.
Cease unloads with a 2-2. And it's foul tipped into the glove, strike 3. Blew the fastball by Harper at 98. First strikeout for Cease off the injured list, and there are 2 down.
That's just a good sequence.
Coming inside now.
And he strikes him out. 3 pitches to get Schwarber.
Well, with Schwarber, there is some swing and miss. The strikeouts will be there.
Swing and a miss.
Changeup got him swinging way out in front. It's another strikeout. Strikeout number 6 today for Dylan Cease.
Swing and a miss, and Cease gets Bohm again.
Got that slider out there and got him to expand. You want to stay outside against Bohm, and Cease did a good job with that pitch, making sure it's just off the edge.
He's 0-2. Harper takes off, and the pitch cut on and missed, strike 3. 11 strikeouts in 6 innings of 1-run ball for Dylan Cease.
Hard hit ball. Creedy gets up, but can't come down with it. Casey didn't know. He didn't catch it. The throw by Ozuna. Got it! Oh, yes! Sean Casey obviously thought Joe Creedy caught that baseball.
Now he recognizes his mistake. A 5-7-3 put out. It's the first time I've ever seen it.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Come to get started.
Right-hander Jake Bird will pitch the ninth for the Yankees. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Bird misses on a fastball to Sam Antonacci. Ball 1. 10-4 Yankees. Pitch hit in the air, a ton to right, and that baby will go. Sam Antonacci with his 3rd major league home run. It's 10-5.
Well, your description of hit a ton was correct. That was way back there in straightaway right field.
The one he hit the other day against the Dodgers was a no-doubter just like that in Chicago.
Pitch was up in the zone, and he had that uppercut swing, man, and it connected. And one thing in his mind and on his mind was, I'm hitting a home run.
That home run brought to you by Hard Rock Casino. Sinker strike on Chase Meidroth. All right, need 5 more of those.
Well, we've had a couple of solo home runs in the last couple of innings.
Here's the pitch. Frisbee sweeper catches the inside corner. 0-2.
Talked about it. These are the kind of games, and I like to see it, that hitters are being selfish. They're up there swinging for themselves because why not?
0-2 is low and outside.
It doesn't mean you're swinging for the fences. What it means is you're swinging for something you're comfortable trying to execute, whether it be a line drive, home run, whatever, ground ball the other way.
1-2 is off the outside corner.
You mentioned Bird and his numbers. 1-1 with a 5.14 ERA. So he's out there trying to just, in this kind of game, mop up and get this one over.
2-2 is fouled on a sweeper. Bird 6'3", 215 pounds. Former Rocky. Another 2-2 to Meidroth. He is hit in the air. He popped it up over near the Yankees dugout, and it's behind the dugout. A lot of fans from this big crowd have moved on to their next destination. The team leading 10-5. Andrew Benintendi is on deck to hit for Grichuk.
Certain places where, because of the gridlock, a lot of fans, if they get the chance to leave early, they are.
2-2 is bounced to the shortstop. Volpe will charge glove and sling to first. Here's Benintendi off the bench. Phil Rizzuto was legendary for leaving the ballpark before the game ended when he broadcast games for the Yankees. So he did what you just mentioned. Sinker strike. He'd leave after the 6th or the 7th.
And it's interesting, certain places, certain towns, Philadelphia, the broadcasters would always have a signal to listeners about bringing in a pizza late.
Curve is outside.
Can't remember the broadcasters, the legendary, I don't know, Harry Callis or somebody else. Right. Like, well, you know, we haven't heard from Pat's here lately, and that meant send the pie over Pat's Pizza.
Wink, wink.
Yep.
1-1. Pulled foul. Phil Rizzuto, when he would get distracted, they didn't have computers back then to keep you up to date on the game if you missed a play. He would put in his scorecard WW. Wasn't watching.
Sure.
Check swing and a strike, and Benintendi is out. 2 down.
Well, that's what partners are for. You're like,
yeah.
Hey, what just happened there? Of course, not over the air.
Miguel Vargas with 2 outs, 9th inning, 10-5 Yankees. I'd love to see Colson, who's on deck, get one more shot at a 3-homer game. Fouled. Speaking of selfish.
That's good, exactly. I mean, at this stage, that's what you're looking for, because selfish can turn into something good. Like, well, right now, the White Sox have scored a couple of runs late.
For those who don't remember, Phil Rizzuto's famous line inside on a sweeper was "Holy cow."
Yes. Yes. I do remember that.
There's another very famous broadcaster who had the same catchphrase.
Yep. Yep.
1-0 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, out in the center. Bellinger still back at the track, and he's got it right in front of the monuments.
Well, that's one where Bird had to watch it all the way and make sure he had a guy waiting for that one.
The final score as the Yankees clinch the series. New York 10, White Sox 5. They'll need a win tomorrow to salvage the finale. Back with more after this on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
You're in the market. The clock's ticking, and this is your moment. Jeff Joniak here, and I know how much pride Chicago takes in a team that shows up, works hard, and gets the job done. That's exactly what you'll find at Arlington Toyota. The same trusted people you've known for years are now backed by new ownership from the Andy Moore Auto Group, bringing even more value every day. A full lineup of new Toyotas is